Welcome back, my name is Sam, and today we are looking at what might be the most important technical update of the entire 2026 Formula One season. Red Bull Racing is bringing a massive upgrade package to their home race at the Austrian Grand Prix. This is not just a few aerodynamic tweaks, this is a fundamental overhaul of the RB22 designed to fix the car's biggest weakness, and the timing could not be more critical. To understand why this upgrade is so important, we have to look at the reality of Red Bull's situation right now. The team that dominated the sport for years is currently fighting just to stay in the championship hunt. Max Verstappen is sitting 7th in the driver's standings, and he's openly admitted that Red Bull feels like the 4th fastest team on the grid right now. The pressure is immense and the clock is ticking. The core of Red Bull's problem this season has not been their engine. In fact, the FIA recently confirmed that Red Bull has the strongest power unit on the grid, which is why they are not allowed to make any engine upgrades under the new ADUO regulations. The RB22 chassis is simply too heavy. When the 2026 regulations were introduced, the minimum weight limit was dropped to 768 kilograms. At the same time, the teams had to maintain or even increase the size of their batteries to handle the new electrical power requirements. This created a massive engineering headache across the entire paddock. Williams, for example, struggled so much with the weight limit that they had to skip the first 5 days of pre-season testing. According to technical reports, the RB22 started the season a staggering 12 kilograms over the minimum weight limit. In Formula One, weight is the ultimate enemy of lap time. Engineers generally calculate that 10 kilograms of excess mass cost a car around 0.3 of a second per lap. So at the start of the year, Red Bull was giving away nearly 0.4 of a second just in pure weight penalty before the car even turned a wheel in anger. They managed to cut that deficit in half with an update package in Miami, bringing the excess weight down to around 6 kilograms. But in a field where Mercedes, Ferrari and McLaren are separated by hundredths of a second, carrying an extra 6 kilograms is still a massive handicap. It is the equivalent of carrying a bowling ball in the cockpit with you during a qualifying lap. That brings us to the Austrian Grand Prix. Red Bull's technical director, Pierre Wache, and his team have been working relentlessly to put the RB22 on a diet. This new package is specifically designed to eliminate those final 6 kilograms and bring the car down to the absolute minimum weight limit. How are they doing it? It is a combination of several major changes. First, they are introducing a second evolution of their underbody. The floor is the most important aerodynamic component on a modern Formula One car, generating the vast majority of the downforce, but it is also one of the heaviest single pieces on the car. By redesigning the internal ducting and using advanced, thinner composite materials, Red Bull is shedding weight right at the lowest point of the car. This new floor is also designed to be anti-porpoising, addressing some of the bouncing issues that have plagued the new generation of cars. They are also bringing tighter, more refined side pods. We saw them introduce a new side pod concept earlier in the season, moving away from the extreme zero pod style and adopting a more conventional shape to improve cooling. This new iteration in Austria takes that a step further. They have reduced the overall volume of the bodywork to save weight, while simultaneously reshaping the undercut to channel more high-energy airflow toward the rear diffuser. But the upgrades do not stop at the floor and the side pods. Red Bull is also introducing a heavily revised rear wing, which paddock insiders are calling an evolution of the Macarena wing concept first pioneered by Ferrari. This new rear wing design drastically reduces aerodynamic drag on the straights while maintaining stability in the corners. They have also redesigned the brake ducts and the lower suspension arms to make them more aerodynamically efficient, ensuring that the airflow coming off the front wing is not disrupted before it reaches the floor. The benefits of this weight reduction go far beyond just the mathematical lap time gain. When you take 6 kilograms out of a Formula One car, you fundamentally change its dynamic behavior. A lighter car is easier to rotate through high-speed corners, which has been a major complaint from Verstappen this season. It also changes the weight distribution. Red Bull's engineers will finally have the freedom to place ballast exactly where they need it, unlocking setup options that were previously impossible. Perhaps most importantly, a lighter car is much kinder to its tyres. We have seen Red Bull struggle with tyre degradation this year, especially compared to Ferrari, who seem to be able to make their rubber last forever. Shedding weight will reduce the sliding and the thermal degradation on the Pirelli tyres, allowing Verstappen to push harder for longer stints without destroying his rubber. It also has a direct impact on energy management. The 2026 cars rely heavily on electrical power. A lighter car requires less energy to accelerate down the straights, which means the hybrid system can be used more efficiently over the course of a lap. This is crucial for Red Bull, as their Honda Ford power unit needs to be managed carefully to maintain peak performance throughout a race distance. Red Bull team principal Laurent Mekies has been very open about the importance of this upgrade. When asked about the weight issue recently, he joked that his plan for Austria was to eat less so the team becomes lighter, but behind the humour, the reality is very serious. Mekies admitted that the lap times will answer all the questions, and that everyone in Milton Keynes has been working incredibly hard to get this package ready for their home race. However, Mekies also offered a dose of realism. He acknowledged that the Austrian package alone will probably not be enough to completely close the gap to Mercedes and Ferrari. He said the goal is to continue the trajectory they have been on since Japan, getting closer and closer, so they are no longer talking about a 4/10 deficit, but something much smaller. This upgrade also carries a massive political weight. It is no secret that Max Verstappen's future at Red Bull is currently the subject of intense speculation. Reports from De Telegraph and other sources have confirmed that Verstappen has exit clauses in his contract tied to the team's performance in the championship. With Verstappen currently sitting 7th, those clauses are very much in play. Internal sources suggest that Red Bull's management views this Austrian upgrade as a critical tool to convince Verstappen to stay. They need to prove to him that they can still develop a winning car under these new regulations. If this upgrade works and the car suddenly comes alive, it could secure Verstappen's commitment for 2027. If it fails, the rumours about him leaving will only get louder. Red Bull is reportedly even trying to buy out Verstappen's exit clause, essentially paying him to give up his freedom to leave, which shows just how desperate the situation has become. Verstappen himself has been cautious about his expectations. When asked about the upgrade, he simply said it is very hard to say what they can expect, and that he has no idea how it will feel until he drives it. He knows better than anyone that wind tunnel numbers do not always translate to on-track performance. The Red Bull Ring is the perfect place to test this new package. It is a track that demands excellent traction out of the slow corners and high aerodynamic efficiency through the fast sweeps in the middle sector. The circuit's layout, with its long straights and heavy braking zones, will immediately expose any lingering weaknesses in the car's aerodynamic balance or mechanical grip. Furthermore, the high altitude of the Spielberg circuit puts extra strain on the cooling systems and the turbocharger, making it a brutal proving ground for any new components. If the lighter RB22 can deliver in those areas, and if the new side pods can manage the cooling demands without sacrificing aerodynamic efficiency, we could see a very different Red Bull team this weekend. They have historically performed very well at this track, and the massive support from the Orange Army in the grandstands will undoubtedly give Verstappen an extra boost of motivation. So, the stakes could not be higher. Red Bull is bringing their most important upgrade of the year to their home race, trying to save their season and potentially secure the future of their star driver. This is not just about winning one race, it is about proving that the engineering team in Milton Keynes still has the magic touch that made them world champions. If they can successfully integrate this massive package and unlock the hidden potential of the RB22, it will send a powerful message to the rest of the grid that Red Bull is not done fighting yet. Will the diet plan work? Will the new anti-porpoising floor and the evolved Macarena wing deliver the downforce they need? And most importantly, will Verstappen finally have a car he can fight with at the front of the pack? We will find out very soon when the cars hit the track for the first practice session. What do you think about Red Bull's chances in Austria? Do you think this weight reduction will be enough to put them back on the podium? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Formula One technical analysis. My name is Sam, and I will see you in the next video.